Good evening, guys and gals. Good evening. Good evening. Yes. Yeah, I'm in front of the camera. Yeah. Yeah, good morning. No, God, see, keep saying good morning. I'm into the good evening. I can't believe I do that. Oops. Yeah, good evening. Yes, this is Spirit Journey. How's your day going? Yes, as I said, yes, I'm in front of the camera right now. Boy, I haven't been in front of the camera, it seems, for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm not all that. It's a little messy, but that's okay. Yeah, how was your day going, guys? Yeah. Boy, I had a I feel pretty good right now. And I think that's also why I'm in front of the camera. Yes. Yeah, I'm just in my living room. Usually I'm in my bedroom. And it's nighttime, and I'm showing the camera outside the window. Well, I hope it's all going good. I feel good right now, and I just want to, wow, I just feel good. I feel good for some reason. That's why I want to do this live stream. Yeah, I want to share with you what I did today. Um, I took my time getting ready, and I was to walk my dogs, and I brought them to another location, and it was nice. Yeah, I just took my time. Like, there's an area where it's another park that I went to, and they have this dog run, which is really nice. We didn't stay long, and then I scoot down to what do you call it? It's on 17th Street in Manhattan, Union Square, and they have this bookstore there. So if I go to this one particular park, then I know I'm going to go to that bookstore and that this little gathering place where they have a market. Yeah, they have the market there on the weekends, on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Something I might skip, but miss a day, whatever. But yeah, they had it out there today, and yeah, it was filled with people. I like I like I love the season here. It's early autumn. It was a little cool, and I'm glad that I bought an extra sweater, but it was a little cool, but it's beautiful. And my dogs seemed good. They seemed happy, and they were pretty good in the stroller. Yeah. And so I just took my time coming back home, and I made popcorn when I got home. Yeah, I was gonna eat out and buy some food outside, and I said, I'm not gonna do that today. I bought food yesterday. Yeah, the Chinese fried rice. It tasted awful, but I ate it anyway. Yeah, I just add more spice to it. So yeah, I try to take my time today, because I'm not in any rush. What am I rushing for? Um, I think after seeing that accident, I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Um, I came like 2 hours after a deadly accident, pedestrian, and it troubled me. And Elavi, come, come here. I hear you growling. Was that you? My little doggy. So I was, it troubled me what I saw at the accident, and um, I see that life is really fleeting, and sometimes when you in a rush, you're not thinking, and you can get in a cool set. Lavi, you want to come here? Come. You can see. Watch her. See her? We get him. Oh, can't see him. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Come over here. Come, you want to get on camera? Come on. Come on. You can hardly see him over there. Yeah, see, he's in the dark. Come here now. Okay, you stay there. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so, yeah, I've seen something like that. It can be very traumatizing. And I also find out someone jumped off a building again. Yeah, this area, people are jumping off their building. Yeah, I bumped into a person in my building, and this individual in January, this past January, committed suicide, and she saw the body. It traumatized her. Now this woman is very a bold, strong, confident woman, and it was traumatizing her. And she's seeing a therapist about it. So when I bumped into her today in the hallway, the lobby of my our building, we just started chit chatting, and I told her, I did see, what happened the other day, and we just started talking, whatever. And she tried to encourage me, because I told her, I said, when I saw what I saw with the accident, I knew exactly how you must have felt. That's what I told her. And she was then trying to encourage me, and it was nice. It was really nice. So, yeah, then she told me that yesterday someone jumped off, one of the buildings nearby, committed suicide. Things are happening so much here, and it's the climate is affecting people. So, well, when I went out today, I said, let me just take my time. The weather was beautiful. It was kind of cold, and I don't want to catch a cold, so I have to dress more comfortably. I gave away much of my clothes. Yeah, I was to move to Africa. Remember that? Rwanda? Lavin. Yeah, I gave away a lot of my stuff. I have some things, but yeah, it is what it is, right? So I have to try to find some, I think I might have something in my suitcase. I have to check again. Yeah, I got to keep the neck warm and everything. I don't want to get sick. So when the weather goes back and forth like that, you can get sick. So I want to stay strong and, stay healthy and everything. So anyways, so I just, I said, I'm not in any rush. Sometimes I catch myself rushing. I said, what am I rushing for? And, my dogs sort of, I don't want my dogs feeling anxious, whatever. Um, just go in stride. So I took my time going there and coming back. But while I was there, I went to, what's that, the Union Square, and they have that, the vendors there that sells their uh, farm goods and breads, fresh baked breads, and we also went to that bookstore that's right there also. I met a gentleman. He was an older gentleman. He's 68 years old, and we were talking. We it wasn't a lot of black people in that area. I mean, it's a diverse area, but sometimes it is what it is. And I looked at him and I was curious. I said he looked familiar. Sometimes you see someone and they kind of look familiar. So I was like eyeing her. I said, "Do I know you?" I'm thinking to myself, and he's looking back, and then we just start talking. Boy, could he talk! He could out talk me. Well, he in our conversation, he recommended a movie called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, and he highly recommended the movie. He said it's no longer in the movie theater, and he told me a little bit of, I think he told me a little bit about the movie, but he raved about it. He says everybody who goes to see it, they love it. The women love it, and he said even a lot of guys like the movie. So I kept a mental note, and I said, I'm going to check out this movie. The only thing that it was about a woman, and it takes place in Paris and some other stuff. So um, I went and I bought it's on iTunes, and I think it goes for $9.99. So I bought it. Yes, I did, and oh, I feel so good watching it. Yeah, I feel good watching it. And so that's what I want to talk about today, the movie, and how what the movie meant to me seeing it, and I'm sure different people have different feelings about the movie. But in a nutshell, what the movie is about a middle-aged woman during the 1950s in Britain. Um, she is a like a she's a cleaning woman, and she does how to sew also. And she works with she cleans houses of people with money, and a lot of these rich folk are really they were portrayed as being very selfish, don't pay their what they owe to her. Oh, they just keep on like, oh, later, and again, she's what they call a working class woman. She doesn't want to ruffle feathers. And she has a good nature. That's one thing that stood out. She was like maybe in her 50s, 60s. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, just a simple woman, and people like her. And she, oh, how did it go? She wanted to what? She wants to, oh, yeah, when she was to clean up this one customer's house, the customer had a beautiful dress in the closet. And the owner said, oh, yes, this is a Christian Dior dress. And she was touching the dress, and she said to herself, I'm going to get a Christian Dior dress. So it showed that she had a work ethic, and that she did, she was a sacrificer. She sacrificed her time. She tried to get extra hours that she can do. She even tried to gamble a little bit. She took the risk to, she did a gamble with one of the things, and she loses a race. At first, the dog looked like it was going to win, and it's so so she's like an underdog, and people kind of feel bad for her, but she um, she was able to raise the money through her hard work as a cleaning woman, and she goes to Paris. And oh, what else? So initially, it was a chance meeting, and she helps one of the people who worked for Christian Dior, um, and that brought her into the house of Dior, and yeah. So she's what you call a low. Um, what do you call a working woman, not aristocracy or nouveau rich, whatever. She's what you call a common, everyday woman from Britain. But she had money. She had cash on her. And you see how they were treating. They didn't like her initially because more of a class issue. But she earned the respect. One of the people there, they had their private showings of the Christian Dior, and a person sees her plight, who was a guest, And he says, I'd like for her to be my guest, because they wanted to throw her out. And well, to make a longer story shorter, a long story short, um, she is able to get the dress of a dream, and the the dress was sacrificed. Oh, she also helped save the house of Dior, um, and help them strategize. She and this other person helped strategize how Christian Dior could save his company, because in France at that time people were what about boycotting, and they had to let a lot of people go, and then she's no, and so she is a like a guardian angel, she's like a guardian angel, and people, she her integrity and her uh, ability to work, really helped her. And what this reminds me of, oh, so she had done another good deed for somebody back home. She brings the dress, gorgeous green dress, evening dress. And one of her clients that she cleans house for needed a dress, and oh, what does she do? They have this snot-nosed woman that she helps out wear the dress, and the dress caught on fire at the party. And people saw, yeah, it was the person who wore the dress is some a guest of someone, and all the cameras are there, um, and they took pictures of the dress when it was, you know, that had caught on fire. Part of the dress caught on fire, and people, those high and those fancy dinners, um, it's like, what do you call it, like Hollywood thing, so they have that like in Europe, and the paparazzi are there, and they took pictures, and people of course are going to know what dress that was, a Christian Dior dress, and these companies, they know who the client was, and they realize that was, it's like one dress for, they don't make like copies of the dress. It's like for that person, and so they knew what happened, that she probably did a good deed to help this lady out, and she screwed up with the dress and it caught on fire, and they really liked her. And so yeah, the original dress she wanted, um, they were to send her to from Paris to Britain. And that was a whole story in itself, how she got to get her original dress. That, I mean, the first dress she saw that she wanted. The dress that she brought home was not the first choice, but it was nice. But she wanted this other one. And yeah, how that other person was no longer to get it. See, a lot of these rich people there, they don't have ethics, and I presume that that lady that was to get the original, that took the lady's original dress, um, was associated with this criminal, and they were sending him off to jail, and she's all hysterical, and she doesn't go for her final fitting, nor does she pay for the dress. Yeah, she was a real snot nose. Uh, and so she doesn't get the dress, and so they said, hey, we still have your measurements, that because those fashion houses, you have to take body measurements and everything. They said, hey, we still have your body measurements on file. We're gonna we saw what happened with the other dress, and we know that you try to help a lady out, and look what happened, but we want to do this for you. And so they sent the dress to her, and yes, she does have the honor to wear the dress. It was an interesting film because it showed about uh, people. And you have people who work really hard at something and they're not appreciated. And those ladies that were at the Christian Dior um, house, um, everything's done by hand. And the work that's demanded of these people, and then they will go to fire a lot of these women. And they said, you know, it was about respect and labor. That's what that film, Mrs. Yeah, I have my computer on right there. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. It's about work ethic. It's about being fair to your employees. You know, if they do the work, pay them when the work is done. But these rich folks didn't want to pay. And but here she was a common woman, and she had the money up front. Yeah, and they liked it. Say, hey, because these rich folks didn't have the money up front, but yet they want people to kiss their, you know what. So it was to show about how people treat other people, and that they gave respect to people who didn't deserve it. Yeah, the movie was pretty much predictable. It was an obvious movie. It was a movie designed to make you feel good about uh, the good side of humanity, the good thing about people. And definitely, we need more movies like this. You know, movies that bring out the best in people. And I like the part when she's a guest in the Christian Dior house, and as a guest of someone, so they can all see the show, the fashion show. The models were exquisite. I started to cry. Yeah, I cried. Is it that when you get older, you start to get into your feelings and your emotions, and you can cry at these movies. And it's a cry not of depression or anything like that, um, but like you see, beauty. Sometimes beauty could make you cry, and you see elegant ladies. And again, this is supposed to take place in the 1950s, so it's right after World War II, and in Paris. And yes, I don't know. They stop watching the. I don't know what that means. 69 Omega. Well, anyway, I don't know who's saying that. So, anyways, um, oh, what happened now? Um, yeah, I got distracted there for a second. Oh yeah, so oh God, I can't stand it. I apologize. What was I saying now? Yeah, you have to respect labor. Oh, she was a guest of someone there. Yeah. Oh yeah, when the ladies were coming out and to model, you know, so the private showing of his dresses. The women look exquisite. Oh man, they look beautiful. They had black models, white models, Asian models. They were all beautiful, and that was nice to see. Again, this took place in Paris. Paris is no, I've never been to Paris, but I have been in France, and I like France. I do. I was in the south of France. I like it, and so when I was watching that part and crying because of the beauty of women, see that when you wear a dress like those, it's designed to make you feel like a woman and feel feminine, and they take the French take their work seriously, and I respect. Now I have worked for people in France before. They have their double nature, in my opinion. Um, they have the good side and they also have a bad side. Um, I had an opportunity to work. Um, I was in many occupations. I've had so many jobs in my life. Um, but yeah, I worked in the cooking field once, and yeah, you find that yeah, I worked for a company that half of the cooking staff came from France, mainland France, and honey, they take their work seriously. Yeah, that's also what I want to talk about. They so when I was watching the ladies walk and you know seeing the beautiful dresses and everything, um, it got me thinking. See, I also used to sew a little bit, not professionally, but for myself, and to get the job done right. I have a respect for it. So when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at okay, I know this probably took some time doing it. It was done with a labor of love. Some things you can't rush. And oftentimes when you're rushing, when you're sewing, you make mistakes. And I've made plenty of mistakes. But some of the things I made, I really came out good. So I was watching through those eyes. I was watching through the eyes of that it's supposed to, it's a French company, Christian Dior, and the models, the seamstress. They take their work to the utmost uh, degree, and I've never seen that type of work ethic before. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about the cooking. They take the work seriously. Cooking. Oh man, it's like, hey, we all gotta eat the same. All gotta eat. Come, but they take they just take it really serious, and I admired that. Yeah, so the sewing they take seriously and cooking. They take they take food. Such a you know. Um, so I appreciated that. I appreciate seeing because what you're paying for the love of that someone took love, patience in making something. They said people make things so flimsy. You wear it a few times and it breaks apart. Yeah. But when I was watching it, boy, it 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 just made me feel good watching the ladies, and I like the racial diversity in the models. I think that film they also really wanted to show that, you know, right after the war there was integration in Britain, and because the friend, the lady, the cleaning lady had a friend and a person, a black woman from the West Indies, and the protagonist was a white woman from Britain, and they got along. And it was her little buddy on the side, and she took care. The buddy took, was watching out for her, so that was nice. So I guess it wanted to show, Paris of that time was progressive, you know. Yeah, I was in I was in France when I was in the military in the 1980s, and I wasn't in Paris, but we were in Marseille. That's a major port in southern France, and what else? Oh, Nice. I really like Nice. Yeah. Um, I don't really have any real desire to be in Paris. I don't know. I like southern southern. Oops, something happened. Sorry. Sorry about it. My finger hit something. Sorry about that. Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed going to France when I was in the military. Yeah, I like the food that I had over there. They have vendor food. Yeah, when you go to different parts of the world, even parts of the U.S., they have different types of food, different types of, I guess, vendor food. When I was there, I ate. It was on a baguette. It doesn't like look appealing, in the vendor cart. They had some of them pre-made. The only thing you do is you just heat it up. But it's a French baguette, and then they put French fries, hamburgers. I think it looked like sauerkraut and some other and cheese. Yeah, they call it fromage. Yeah, they had that white fromage on it, and they sprinkle on it, and then they put in a grill as these funny little wiggly lines, and they put in like the grill, and so it cooks both sides, and it's like it's squeezed so it gets flat and it gets crispy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh man, yeah, that was in 1980. What's that? Oh, 1987. Yeah, 1987. I went there. It was fantastic. I do like France. And so watching the film, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, it got me thinking. I said, wow, I was just, you know, um, I got excited watching, excited in a positive way, hearing the language. And they seem to know about like certain protocols, etiquette that I really liked about it. Um, I find here in the States, no, not poo on the U.S. I love my country, America. But um, I think because it's an older society over in France and other parts of Europe, that that they maintain certain um, social and certain social courtesies, and in the U.S. sometimes people may forget, it may not have been handed down certain cultures, you know, um, it's just different. And sometimes, you're not like it seems like overseas there are definitive role plays. People have roles according to your gender, everything. It's like you know what you're supposed to do, and I like that. I like knowing socially what he's supposed to do, and it made me feel like, hey, I'm start wondering, hey, do I want to go to France for my birthday? Yeah, my birthday's coming up. Yeah, it's December 5. Yeah, a couple of months from now. Yeah, I will be 60 years old. That's 60, 60, and I would love to do something special. You know, seeing them, watching the movie. Um, it made me feel good. It did. That's why I'm smiling. It made me feel good. It made me feel hope. Everybody likes a good, to see someone win, a person who's deserving to win. Yeah, my Rwanda adventure got squashed. I think I told you all this. Yeah, something happened, excuse me, and yeah, something with the direct deposit. In the U.S. People who handle the international direct deposits, they said we don't have an account with them. We can't do it. I was devastated. So I'm just thinking of alternatives. If I can't go there, where do I want to go? Or should I go? And I talked to that lady that I was telling you about earlier in this live stream. She had seen something, violence, you know. Um, and it kind of traumatized her, and she'd seen someone professionally. And when I told her what happened with me, um, she said, well, maybe someone is really trying to protect you. I said, funny that you say that. Someone else told me the same thing. Sometimes things happen. You try to set up something to do something, and you've done all the right things, but something happens on their end, and it's out of your control. So this individual was saying, "Oh gosh, wait a minute, that treat yourself out. I can't change anything. Excuse me, and you could seek other opportunities. Or if you're not going to go, hey, maybe only thing I need is going on a little vacation. I haven't been on vacation, out of the country, out of New York State, where I live. I haven't been out since 2005, on a plane or anything like that. And hey, maybe, it just the movie made me feel good. It was a feel good movie. I think many people will like it. You just want something like a fantasy, whatever. Nothing too. It's not meant to be a heavy movie. It's a light film, but it shows relationships. It shows human sacrifice. Doing something on behalf of somebody. I like things like that. And it just really got me thinking, wow, do I really, would I want to go over there to visit for my birthday? I don't know. I don't know, but watching it, I felt real good. Yeah, I felt wonderful. Um, it also reminded me of my mother because she used to dress. And yes, when my mother got married, had married in the 1950s. So the type of dress wedding dress she had on was very 1950s. It was very close fitting, rather one of those flared dresses. And my mother looked like a model in this photo that she has of herself. My mother is still alive. She's in her 90s. And so watching the ladies also, um, remembering her wedding photo. Yeah, my mother was real slim and she was considered very tall for her generation. And she's still considered tall for her generation. Um, so it kind of made me cry again. Like, I said, wow, that reminds me of my mother. Yeah, I learned a lot by watching my mother sew. So again watching the movie, and I could respect the craftsmanship, doing things by hand. It's Yeah, my mother did it by hand. Of course, she has a sewing machine, and then so you have to do the hem by hand and things like that. It was nice. Yeah, so it was a little retro because I was during my mother's era, when she got married and everything. It was nice. It was nice. So, what am I going to talk about now? Yeah, I think it's a movie that anybody could go and see. I don't think not for little children, but um, I think any woman of age, you know, could appreciate that. To see how women used to dress. Women used to dress to the T. They wouldn't be caught dead out of the house without their gloves and their purse. Yeah, things were very, very formal. And it seemed like people knew what to do in those days. Now it's like hit or miss. What do you do when you're sending money to them? Do X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times people don't communicate. Yes, they can get particular post office, but yeah, I don't know whether I want to go away. I mean, I sure like the idea going overseas, meeting people. Um, yeah, get yeah. I need certain clothing outfits that are not as snug. Yes, I did gain a little weight, um, but it's all good though. I'm healthy at least. Yeah, it's a movie. I think anybody you could bring your girlfriend, or if it's just a bunch of girlfriends watching the movie. Yeah, it's a nice movie. It's a nice safe film. It's I feel safe enough to for little children to go see it, and the adult could explain certain things. Yeah, I like it. Some things were like they didn't need to put in, but it was good. It was very good. Very entertaining. It was nice seeing. It was a nice change of pace to show that women can think and can take control over something and then fix it, and then to bring it back to normality. Yeah, yeah, it's something. I don't know whether I'll go on. I mean, um, I don't know. I have to really think about it. Yeah. So yeah, now it's like the work ethic is going. It is going so fast that it could hurt you if you don't see the full spectrum of something. The your hmm, yeah. It you just have to. You just gotta be careful, people. Um, would I go see? Would I go overseas? People, I don't know. It's tempting though. It's tempting seeing that movie. I mean, it just brings home to me, just seeing the type of clothes my mother used to wear. Uh, People took pride in their work. It's not people don't take pride in their work. They don't take pride. No, it's not. It's not the same anymore. But you can always turn from your ways, folks, and stop caring about the things that you make. You know, yeah, it's a very throwaway society. People throw away. They make things that's only going to last a short time, and they just throw it away. That's why it's so much clutter and um, what do you call hoarders. You don't need that. You don't need that. Yeah, it was a real feel good movie, and I am watching it a second time. Yeah, I'm gonna watch a second time. It was very good. Yeah, I haven't seen a good movie in a while, and I'm glad that I saw that one. Very glad. So yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, I think I'm getting a little tired. Yeah, I'm a little. Is that something? Yeah, I get tired sometimes when I do these little long walks, whatever. Yeah, so I'm a little distracted, a little tired. So I apologize for that. Um, yeah, people, if you want a feel good movie, um, go see that is, oh God, um, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Yeah, it's on iTunes, and it's only $9.99 for ownership of the you know movie. So yeah, so I can't think of anything else, people. But life is short, as I mentioned earlier in this live stream. Life is very short, and people are grasping on things that really no longer serves them, and they're wow, really something. I was going to say something, but yeah, people, it is what it is. Yeah. So I can't think anything else, and I'm really getting distracted. But it was such a pleasure to watch this movie. Yeah, teach people how to have respect for the work they do. You have to respect you have to respect labor. Yeah, those people and just think about people who work. Oh, oh wow. So I'm just rambling right now. I apologize, but yeah, I feel good about the movie. Like when it was teaching. Um, so take time and if you want to feel good about so I had a little touch of history, veneer of history. But if you want to just see something easy to watch with other ladies and older guys, go for it. Yeah, yeah, it's for you. So I thank you so much. I thank you for listening to the story, and I think that again, the theme of this story is about labor, respect labor, what it represents, and I doubt that if you're not on the ball and you're not respecting your labor, it's your company's just going to fall under. Yeah. So I thank you very much for watching this live stream, and you can share my video with friends or family members. And if you like this content, you know, you can give me this thumbs up. Yeah, do so. Give me the thumbs up if you wish, and enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your time. Enjoy you. Don't work so hard that you don't have time to enjoy what little you have. So thanks again, okay? Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? See you. Bye bye. I'm gonna go to bed.